Hi, Sandeep.
Hi, Ankit. Thank you for having me
So,
here.
yeah, so Sandeep, first of all, congratulations for getting placed in Cognizant. And I think it
Thank you.
has been already 4 5 months with Cognizant, I believe. And yeah, with this platform, we actually intend to have a student, a community basically, where the students will get benefited by knowing the process, what actually happens, and what are the different processes involved in a Cognizant interview. So, uh, we'll start with your introduction.
Sure. So, talking about my background, so I have done my engineering in electronics and communication engineering from National Institute of Science and Technology. So, after that, I have joined an IT organization, an MNC, and I have worked there for 3.5 years for an Australian banking client. So, basically, all my projects were for that banking client. And I was there as a test engineer. So basically, my role was to test all the web application that has been developed for that particular client. So meanwhile, I have experience in working in both agile and waterfall models in that company. And after that, I thought of switching my roles, and I wanted to have some leadership roles. That's why I have joined MBA in Nagpur. And 2 years later, now I'm here in Cognizant as a senior business analyst.
So, Sandeep, thanks for your kind introduction. We would like to understand the process in brief, what exactly it consisted of.
Sure, Ankit. So Cognizant floated multiple roles for our college, and we have to fill in our basic background details and few selected roles and the SOP for those roles. Once done, after a few days, the first round result was published, where we have to uh, perform the video round. Whereas there are multiple questions related to our background, what are our strengths, how we understand that particular role. So in that video round, they used to give us 60 seconds for that answer, and those questions were instantaneous. So we have to answer them right at that point of time. And after that, they have selected few candidates for technical and HR round. So the technical round happened in 2 steps. The first technical round was basically on my background, what I have done in my previous company, and the second technical round happened mostly on my MBA knowledge and how I can apply them in the role. And in the last round was the HR round, where basically the background verification one happened and the salary discussion was happened.
Okay. So, Sandeep, thanks for explaining the process in brief. So, we would like to understand the details of the video round that actually happened with Cognizant.
Sure. So in that video run, we had to log in with our candidate ID, and upon the login, there will be questions. 7 questions should be displayed. So basically, whenever we have to click on one first question, that question will pop out, and we have to answer them in 60 seconds. And after answering the first question, all the other questions will follow that. So there are a few questions like why Cognizant? What do you understand by the job description? How my job, how I understood that job role and how I can fit into that role, how I aligned my work experience with that particular job description. And there are a few other questions like how I see myself in 5 years and what are the factors of that particular job description that attract me. And the last question was what are my strengths and weaknesses.
Okay. So, Sandeep, thank you for explaining the video round in a brief, structured manner. So, I would like to understand what all the interview questions were asked in your first technical round.
Sure. So my first technical round went about for 45 or 50 minutes. So whereas it started with my initial background, but they knew about where I did my engineering, how I went to the MNC, the IT firm where I worked, what kind of work I have done, and then what projects I have done in the MBA. So after that, at around 5 to 10 minutes, it went for the internship that I have done during my end of the first year. So they asked me what kind of role I have got there and what kind of work I have done. After that, most of the interview questions were based on my work experience. So basically, as I said, I work for an banking client. I have worked around 3 projects with them. So they wanted to know about how I am clear about the agile concepts and the waterfall model, how the project works in MNCs, what are the end-to-end flows. They wanted to know how I understood the concept of the roles and the responsibility of a BA, how it is differentiated than other project manager, product owner, scrum master, and other stakeholders of a particular project. And after that, they deep dive into the projects, each projects that I have worked upon, like what are my roles and how I have contributed to that project, and it concluded after that.
Thanks, Sandeep, for explaining us the details of the interview one and what all questions were asked to you. So similarly, we would like to understand what all questions were asked in your interview too.
Yeah, so for the technical round two, so the questions are purely based on the pre-sale process, the tools that I have used in my previous organizations, and a few guesstimate questions. So starting with the pre-sale process, they wanted to know how this project bidding works, how the pitching works, and what is the role of BA in that entire process. They wanted to know more about like what is RFP document, what is RFI document, how it is documented, and how the tracking of that project is documented through different applications. And after that, they wanted to know what are the applications that I have used, like ALM or Zira or something other applications like that. And after that, as my internship experience was based on the business expansion of a particular company, so that questions revolved around like how Cognizant can expand its operations in different continents. So that was the end of the second technical round.
Thank you, Sandeep, for briefly telling us what exactly happened in the interview too. So we would like to understand what was the next round about. Was it an HR or a manager? What exactly it was?
So in the final round, it was the HR round. It is the most friendly round in the entire process. So it started with just asking few questions about my background, where I'm belong to, and where my current location is, how my MBA happened throughout this 2 year. And followed by they have checked few documents like my 10th, 12th, and graduation certificates. Also the college ID card. After that, he discussed about the salary structure. Basically, what will be the fixed component, variable component, and the joining bonus throughout that call. And after that, he said, just we're looking forward to the result, and we'll let you know.
So thanks, Sandeep, for explaining us the details about the interviews that happened during the Cognizant. So as we step into the second year, we get into the preparation for placement. So I would like to understand the plan that you followed for your preparation.
Yeah, so my preparation starts with the resume refinement. So as we move through the first year of MBA, we have involved in many certification, many case competitions, and a lot of other tasks, right? So there are few points I wanted to put in the resume that will be helpful in the selection of the roles that will be coming in placement. That's why first I have worked on the resume refinement. I took help from seniors and my peers regarding their feedback on what will be the particular set of certifications or the other points that will be very good for a particular role, at least for a group of roles. So based on that, I have created my resume that is best fit according to me, at least for the roles that were coming to my college. I have checked the previous placement reports and also checked what are the companies coming, what are the roles they were coming. So based on that, I tried to make a resume. After that, I brushed up the MBA subjects. Those are relevant to the aspired job roles. As in an MBA, we go through a lot of subjects that have multiple dimensions, right? So I brushed up only few selected subjects that will be helpful for the interview questions. And after that, I have checked the compendium that has been floated by different clubs. So which were like consulting or analytics or marketing, those compendium which had many different concepts and the pre-solved cases. So I have gone through all those things. I've gone through the industry level frameworks that will be helpful. Those are the pre-notion questions, like the questions that have been asked many times in different roles. And after that, I have took the help of YouTube to search the videos that are particularly there for the interview of business analyst roles. So before Cognizant interview, I've checked the business analyst roles, their interviews, and what are kind of experience people go through. So that helped me a lot to prepare myself from mentally and by knowledge. So these are my preparation like method that I have followed.
So thanks, Sandeep, for giving us the preparation tips. And similarly, is there anything different that you did apart from the generic preparation that actually happens uh, in the second year of MBA? So we would like to have that pro tip from you.
It won't be pro tip, but I like to keep it very simple. Like I used to discuss with the seniors who have joined the companies while I was giving the interviews. So it helped me a lot. So as we know in MBA colleges, you get a lot of opportunities from different verticals, and selecting which vertical or which role is most appropriate for you is very difficult. And at that time, the experience of those seniors helps you a lot in choosing particular roles that is best suitable for your, as per your experience, your like aspirations. So I discussed with many seniors who have been working in multiple companies with different roles, which helped me in selecting, okay, these are the roles I should go for, these are the roles I should target. And that helped me in selecting what are the certification that I should do, what are the courses I should follow. So it helped me a lot. The second thing is when we study about particular thing, we basically study from one or two journals or maximum 2, 3 website links or YouTube videos. But we used to limit our knowledge in particular topic. But when it comes to the important topics that has been revisited many times in multiple interviews, that for that I used to have discussion with my peers. So that helped me a lot because I used to get a 360-degree approach for that particular concept. There are many things that I knew that were wrong, were rectified. There are many things that I didn't knew about that particular topic. I got to know about that, and by discussing, we get that rehearsal of that particular concept, right? So it helped a lot during the interview that you'll get a lot of confidence for that. And third is the LinkedIn. So I search a lot about like blogs and posts regarding particular roles in LinkedIn, and it also gives us the company updates, like how these kind of roles has been coming and how the industry is currently going. So this helped me a lot in searching the particular job roles that has been floated in our college. So these are the things I'll tell. These are simple, but you can tell it as a pro tip.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Sandeep, for joining with us and explaining us all the details with respect to the process and your personal level preparation, what all it consisted of. So I hope that many students will get benefited and it will help them with their campus placements. So once again, thank you very much for joining with us.
Thank you, Ankit. That was a great experience. I hope this video will help a lot of people. Thank you.
Sure.